Hi, I'm Joyce. I'm really fucking pissed. You? You pissed? Olga gave me permission to curse. I'm ready to fight. Are you ready to fight? We need to fight. We need to be together, and we need to keep fighting every day. We've been fighting for many years together, and we need to keep the fight going, especially in the next 30 days. But that's not what I'm supposed to be saying tonight. We're delighted to be here, actually, to give you a very special update on the Now and Forever campaign. As co-chairs, my co-chairs, we've had the opportunity to watch the project grow from a little seed, and now we're delighted with how much it's grown and flourished. 3 years ago, the four of us stood here together at this very event, the annual gala, to unveil Horizon's bold and visionary Now and Forever campaign that had two goals that would be accomplished in the next 5 years. The first goal committed us to raising $3.5 million in immediate capital to invest in Horizons. For our community, and to fortify the generations to come, and invest significant resources in the foundation's legacy giving work. 2 years ago, we were here again to tell you that our community had reached that goal, and in fact, by the end of that year, we had exceeded that goal. We raised $3.75 million. We, all of you and us. And now it came time for phase 2.
That would segue, that's correct. So I bet you're wondering what the return on that investment is.
Yes.
Uh-huh. So with that almost $4 million, we made the commitment to you that we would ensure that the gay community of the greater Bay Area, of San Francisco and the Bay Area, would not have to worry ever again about an epidemic. We would not have to worry about what we were going to do with people who immigrated here with nothing. We wouldn't have to worry about our children, our elders, people seeking asylum. We committed to you to raise $100 million. And the money that is then comes off of that, is the interest off of that, will be used to support this community forever. And I want you to know that we're not going to be caught flat-footed ever again. With 2 years to go, I'm here to tell you tonight, you're probably wondering where we are in this big campaign of $100 million. $80 million has been raised. These are legacy commitments from all of you. All of you in this room did this. This campaign will go on forever. Once we hit 100 million, it's just going to keep going. Because now we have a seat at the table. When the gay community has, in an endowment, that kind of money, and 100 million they'll blow through. I'm not even worried about Roger, Deb. You're going to blow through that. We're going to be up here telling you it's 200 million by the time in 2 years. Literally, people have opened their hearts, and when they've seen what others do, it's a domino effect, and it's been amazing. So I want to thank you all for what you've done, and now I'm going to turn it over to the only man I would have ever married.
Be still, my heart. Horizons is honored to be home for more than 350 people who have made planned gifts. These legacies are powerful, poignant, and strategic. People like you and me who have thought carefully about when that time comes, where we would like our final gift to go. These legacies reflect the lives we've created and lived, the causes and issues that we've devoted our lives to. These legacies total far more than the 80 million Susan just announced. The 80 million is money specifically dedicated to supporting the LGBTQ community. But many of us also want to provide for other causes and organizations in our estate plans. Alma maters, communities of faith, institutions that have shaped our lives and formed us into the individuals that we are. Horizons works directly with donors to craft these plans to make sure that they accomplish exactly what the donor wants. And these legacy gifts represent our future individually as donors and together as a community. These gifts are our future intentions. They are not funds at Horizons today, but rather represent our commitment to the future. I served on the board of Horizons for most of the 1990s when we were doing important work, but on a smaller scale. Every day I am impressed with the wisdom and professionalism of Horizons, its board and its staff, and most importantly, you, the Foundation's generous donors. Your eyes are on the future that we are building together.
I came out of the closet 40 years ago this week. That's not the punchline. October 2nd, 1978, at a rally Harvey Milk led at the Civic Center against the nefarious Proposition 6. At that time, there were, with the exception of Mr. Milk, no LGBT elected officials in the United States. There were no laws protecting our rights, which in themselves were non-existent. Sodomy laws in California and most other states made making love a criminal offense subject to imprisonment. Most LGBT women and men lived in corridors of shame with all the psychological trauma those corridors imposed. Nor could any human being foresee the shattering epidemic just 4 years away. As LGBT women and men, we had nothing except the one thing that mattered. We had love, and we had love in abundance in all its manifestations. And love, yoked with justice, its true sibling, is an indomitable force. This we've come to know. That yoke power created over time many institutions to serve our burgeoning, wounded, and not even yet fully realized community. Horizons Foundation came out of that work and today is the indispensable center in the Bay Area, in California, and beyond. It sheds its light around the globe, even to the heart of Africa. We are now in another epidemic, an epidemic of chaos and prevarication and kleptomania and bullying and bigotry and violence and fear. But this latest epidemic, while daunting and vile, is not more powerful than our twin yoke powers of love built on a foundation of justice. When the four of us began this Now and Forever campaign, when asking for a gift, some folks would say to me, "Bill, we have gay marriage now. We have everything." Whoa. We need to deepen the resources of Horizons instead, this beloved and superbly led institution, to meet the challenges that present themselves every day, as is quite evident on this very Saturday. We have the power and we have the purse. If you are here tonight, you have the capacity to make Horizons an impregnable source of support, succor, assistance, presence, and hope. We must not lend our hearts to the clutches of despair, for that is only the unforgivable sin. We must do our part individually and collectively to bend the arc that Dr. King instructed us to do, an act of bending for which he and Harvey Milk gave their lives, and we are called to no less. On Monday morning, please call Deb Stallings with news of your planned gift, and you will feel your arc-bending musculature flexing. We had a president, and he reminded us, si se puede. With gratitude, we thank you.